today on 2+U Nevada.
Our goal is to have you focus on your life, focus on making sure that you get back to your normal day-to-day actions, and we'll help you take care of the insurance stuff.
It is Fire Prevention Week, but in the event your house has gone through a fire, where do you turn? The local business looking to get you back home.
The individual who's like, I really care about education. What can I do? We're the organization to connect with.
The driving force behind connecting the community and the Washoe County School District. Plus,
we aim to inspire the next generation of environmental stewards.
An event that gets the whole family outdoors and enjoying Halloween. We highlight the free fun. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. Okay, didn't you love her Halloween costume? You're going to see a little bit more of that alien a little later in the show, but that has me really nervous because get this, Halloween is only 24 days away. And for the first time ever, I'm having to sew one of my kids' costumes. Stella, she's taken care of. I bought her K-pop Demon Hunter's roomie outfit off of Amazon and the wig. But Zach, he wants to be toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. And in case you didn't know, dragon costumes are pretty expensive. So I bought some material and I have 3 weekends to figure out how to sew wings and a broken tail. If you have any suggestions or patterns, please feel free to send them my way. We've got a great show for you today. We sit down with a fraud detective with the Washoe County Sheriff's Office to talk about how to protect yourself, your business, and your loved ones from scams. And the Northern Nevada company that's building our state. We are thrilled to have you joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Sarah Gobshill here, Executive Director of Education Alliance of Washoe County. Thank you so much for being here, Sarah.
Thank you so much for having us.
So for folks at home, explain what the Ed Alliance does.
Okay, so I always tell people that we know our community wants to get involved with the schools, and we're the organization to be able to help people to do that. So we help to bring in, sort of resources that may improve students' lives, help our local businesses connect where they can, if they want to help enhance education, and just the individual who's like, I really care about education. What can I do? We're the organization to connect with and to use those resources to benefit students in schools.
The Education Alliance has really been there for the Washoe County School District, whether it be, you were just telling me about the mural that went in at AACT and you helped establish funding for that, right?
Yeah, that's right. And so credit where credit is due. The Gillamont Foundation is who made that possible at AACT, but it was through a partnership and collaboration with Education Alliance and the district. And it was really amazing yesterday just to see, we got to see a local Washoe County School District graduate who was the artist, do an assembly and talk with all of these students about how she used to be in their place. She really leaned into her education and then was able to make that possible. And so it was a really cool opportunity.
I absolutely love that. And so in the collaborative spirit, you also really work with the district on issues affecting our local schools. And one of the key issues that we're seeing right now, and I hear a lot about it at my kids' elementary school, but chronic absenteeism is something that we as families really need to be paying attention to.
Yeah, and so chronic absenteeism is a perfect example of a really complex educational issue that I believe impacts every single person living in our community. And like I was telling you, it's really defined by students who are missing, 18 days or more of the school year. And we know that students can't be successful if they're not in school. It's really hard to learn when you're not there. And so that's a main reason that we want to make sure that students are in school because they can learn and then they can connect to their friends and teachers who are in the classroom, which is why it's been such a big focus. It really jumped up after the pandemic. We saw really high rates, which was the same as districts across the nation. And so luckily our leadership and people in the community, again, really leaned in and was like, we want to build awareness around this. And we really want to help people get students back in the classroom.
Right. And for those at home who are saying, well, my kids attend school, it's fine. My kids are fine. Talk about the domino effect
Yeah.
of chronic absenteeism. Okay, so your kids may be going to school, great, but it still affects everybody in the community.
Yeah, it really does. And one of the things I always want people to know about chronic absenteeism is many times it's not students choice that they're going. There's other factors that are really complex, like maybe it's housing or food instability. We have, some families that, are trying to do their best to get their kiddos there, but there can be complex pieces. I would say even for families, like your family, if like when kids are absent, even if, they're sick or they're doing these other things, they can fall behind in their subject matter. And in particular, it's really hard for English and math, and those things build upon each other as you're going through school. So coming to school is just really important, and that's the reason that we want students to be there. And I think I was sharing with you we have been really working with middle schools and the middle school initiatives, but we are seeing traction being made. And I really believe that is because of, organizations like yours, other nonprofits, and the district working to really elevate this to a community-wide issue and talking about it and helping families make the decision to get their kids there, more often than not.
And what is it since the pandemic? Obviously, it's been top of mind. I've been hearing about it, getting the weekly emails from our principal saying, make sure that your kids are going to school. Mm-hmm. But post-pandemic, what is it that has gotten us out of or seeing the light with chronic absenteeism?
So I would say some of the biggest things that we saw last year, and we've really been working in this space, I would say for about almost 2 years, really trying to build awareness into those things. But we saw an expansion of clubs and sports in the district, and that was making a huge difference. Like there's just more ways for students to feel connected and belonging. We realized a lot of parents didn't realize there was an issue. Like, what's the big deal if I take my kids out for a couple of days of school? And so we really building that awareness has had a huge impact. And then just also talking with students about, what does this mean for your future? Like if you're not in school, what could that mean for your future self? And I'm really happy to share that the district has seen like 71% of schools make an improvement in attendance and reduce their chronic absenteeism rate. And I think that's because, people like your principal who are like, I'm going to tell these teachers, or I tell my teachers and their parents so that people know.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Sarah, thank you so much for being here. We're going to invite you back for any other education tips or issues that families need to be aware of. So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to get involved with the Education Alliance, what website do they go to? How do they get a hold of you?
Okay, so I would tell you, if you're interested and passionate about public education, please visit our website. It's ed-alliance.org, edalliance.org.
Perfect. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You're watching 2+U Nevada, and I am here with Chris Poland of 911 Restoration. Chris, it has been such a pleasure to get to know you. You have such a cool background story. First of all, tell me how you got into owning 911 Restoration.
Oh, it's a long story. I grew up in South Lake Tahoe. I had a window cleaning business working for someone up there. Then I decided to start my own window cleaning company. Started one down in Reno in 2001, lived off in the Wood Chase apartments. The guy let me still continue to work for him while I started my business down here. I owned that Reno Tahoe window cleaning for 20 years. Then I was trying to figure out something, what can I do to help keep my guys busy? So I decided to look into the restoration industry, started looking around, found 911 Restoration, thought it was a great fit for me, and decided to sign up with them. That was 8 years ago. Since then, we've been rocking and rolling, have the window cleaning going, have the restoration company going, as well as a couple other lines of services going, and things have been going great.
What I really love is we are in this massive warehouse. How big is it?
16,000 square feet.
So 16,000 square feet. You have wooden containers throughout this warehouse, and this is actually furniture in the inside of your clients' homes. Go into how important it is for you to be that 911 911 emergency call when someone has fire damage, water damage, etc.?
Well, typically we're the first to come on site. We're going to go there, we're going to assess the damage. Usually it's a busted pipe, fire damage, or something along those lines. We're going to go in, we're going to help you file the claim, for example, help walk you through the process of filing the claim. From there, document everything, make sure all of our proper documentation, pictures, photographs, as well as all the communication with the insurance carrier, the adjuster, to help streamline that process along the lines. From there, we are going to start drying out whatever it takes to mitigate additional damage from happening to your property, which entails a lot of times we have to get all your belongings out of there because we can't have them get damaged, dusty, and they're kind of in our way of the process of our work. So we're going to, take our time, pack it all up, bubble wrap it, box it, seal it up, bring it back to the facility. If it's dirty, clean it all here on site, and then we're going to store all of your contents and stuff until your property's ready to be moved back in. From there, we will come back to your house, unpack all the boxes, put everything back in your house the way you like it, and then hand the keys back over to you so you can get back to your business.
You really are honoring and protecting people's memories and their lives here in this warehouse.
Absolutely. So.
You had a tagline, you just said it, and I was like, oh, you need to remember that. Why don't you repeat it about people's lives while you're taking care of their...
When we come to your property, you're in typically a situation where it's very stressful, water damage area, you don't quite know what's going to happen next, what's going on next. Our goal is to have you focus on your life, focus on making sure that you get back to your normal day-to-day actions, and we'll help you take care of the insurance stuff, the insurance claim process, the documentation. We want you to focus on getting your life back to normal as you possibly can, and let us focus on the loss portion of this and deal with the insurance carrier. You're going to have to deal with it a little bit, but we want to, help you through this process because we understand that this is probably your first time, and we do this on a regular basis, and we know what you're expecting, and we know some of the questions that you're going to have, and we're prepared to help you down that because we've been around a lot of clients. We're so used to the questions, and we want to make sure to have those questions answered for you. We want you guys to be comfortable, focus on your day-to-day actions, and let us focus on the insurance stuff, the loss, getting your house back together. It's a long process. It can be very stressful. So we want to help you with that process as much as possible and kind of become a team with you and help you through it.
And we live in wildfire country, so obviously that's the first place that my mind goes, is that you help people post wildfire. But what are some other examples of your clients' needs?
Wildfires are, typically during the summertime, but a majority of our stuff is going to be, you're at work, you come home, the supply line for your toilet upstairs, it popped off and it flooded your house. You walk into your house, it's dripping and it's raining everywhere. You don't quite know what to do. You give us a call. We get on site there immediately, let you know everything's going to be okay because, we've seen it so much. So sometimes we get kind of used to it, but, we're passionate with you guys and, compassionate.
You said to me, call you first before you even call your insurance guy because you can walk people through that process to ensure that everything gets covered that needs to be covered. So if somebody needs to call you, who do they call? What website do they go to?
Well, you can call us directly. You can find us on Google. You can call the number right here on the truck. You just go to 911restorationreno.com. You'll find us that way. We're all over Google as well. And then just give us a call first. We want to help you with that insurance claim. Call us first, and then that way we'll get on site and help you through the whole process.
Chris, thank you. Thank you so much. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining me this afternoon, Kara Harris, Business Development Officer with Plumas Bank, and Richard Spalding, Fraud Detective with the Washoe County Sheriff's Office. Both of us, we all go way back. So excited to have you here this afternoon. And we're talking about finances, especially from the small business side. And Kara, talk to me about, what was it called? good pay, positive pay?
Positive pay, yes. What we really want to cover today is fraud protection and how you protect yourself and your business. Plumas Bank, community bank, and we're really concerned about our customers and clients, and we want to make sure that they and their businesses are covered. And so talking about some of the products that not just Plumas Bank, but regional banks offer. Positive pay is one of those, and it helps with fraud protection. And we brought in the true experts.
The true expert, right?
Yes.
Now, Richard, you're a detective in the fraud side at the Washoe County Sheriff's Office, but you're specifically on the financial crimes team. And why is it so important that businesses be really savvy to potential fraudsters out there?
I think it's easy for individuals to monitor their banking institution and what's going on in and out of their finances. We kind of know what we're doing individually on a daily basis, right? When you get into businesses are moving so much money. Small businesses are buying, selling, getting started. It's easy to lose track of what's coming in and what's going out as far as invoicing and things like that.
You know, I know specifically of a case that happened within the last couple weeks where somebody received a text from who they thought was the general manager of an institution being told to go buy gift cards. And you know, it came from the cell phone number of the general manager of that particular institution. I mean, these fraudsters, if they actually put this much time into being in the real world business, they would be billionaires, but instead they choose to defraud our folks. What kind of cases are you seeing out there, Richard?
So I see the text message is a perfect example, right? With technology today, you're able to clone outgoing numbers. So numbers that look like they're coming from the sheriff's office, numbers that are coming from your bank. The goal is they want you to click on that number or to call that number back. Usually they will say, hey, this is your bank, please call us regarding a fraud on your account, and then they list a separate number. That number is who's going to the fraudsters, but your identity or your programming on your cell phone that says fraud alerts or whatever, they're bypassing that by using Plumas Bank's outgoing number, the Washoe County Sheriff's Office outgoing number, or any other financial institution.
And so, Kara, this also goes back to what you were saying. It's so important as a small business or even as just a member of the community out there, you need to know your banker.
You do need to know your banker. Part of what's so great about Plumas Bank is we are a community bank. If you've walked into any of our branches, oftentimes they look like this, a little living room. You come in, you sit down, you talk with our tellers, you work with our teams, you know your lenders. And there's also extra pieces. Positive pay is one of those where it gives you that extra layer of protection of being able to decision and give forward to the banking institution the checks that you're writing so that those match each other and so that there's an extra layer of protection. Say Richard is my accountant and he is putting forth information, I don't know he's paid a bill and I pay it again. Something like positive pay is going to catch that and be able to find out if you've already paid this. You know, some fraudsters are coming in and using false invoicing and some of those things to re-invoice you for something you've already paid. And something like positive pay puts in that extra layer of protection for you as the business owner and for your employees so that you feel comfortable and confident in knowing that what you're paying is truly going to where it should be.
And Richard, have you on the detective side seen crimes be prevented by programs such as this?
Yeah, anytime, a perfect example is anytime that you know that your check number, routing number, account number, it's going to be flagged in your account. A lot of fraudsters are trying to steal mail, trying to get those physical checks so they can wash them, put their name on it. It's these type of programs that institutions have that flag that. So even if they go to a casino, a check cashing institution, it flags as a stop payment prior to them ever accepting that check. And so you're not having to explain to the bank, I've already cashed that, it's already been cleared. It helps small businesses and helps individuals on the back end of it to not have to worry about that aspect.
I'm gonna throw this out there, if you can, off the top of your head, how many cases does the Washoe County Sheriff's Office see like this in a given year?
I probably, conservatively, about 1,000 cases a year come through my desk when it comes to financial crimes and fraud. Relating to identity theft, check loss, credit card loss, any of that type of things that we would normally see on a daily daily, weekly basis.
So this really is a credible discussion for us all to be having, because I mean that's quite a number of cases that are open out there.
Well, and as a community bank, Plumas Bank wants to partner with folks like the Sheriff's Office to make sure that we're covering all bases. We want to watch out for our clients. We want them to have the most protection possible, and that includes when there is a fraud incident, having connections and being able to call the Sheriff's Office and get them connected with the right folks there to make sure that our community is protected from this.
10 seconds or less, tell people how to contact you.
Call us at Plumas Bank. You can come see us at our Kitski branch right across from Trader Joe's, or check out online, plumasbank.com.
Kara, Richard, thank you so much for being here this afternoon. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and we are here at Basalite, Nevada with James Motorex. James, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited to be here because I had no idea how prominent Basalite's work is in our state. You just take a look at the university and all of those brick buildings from how long ago did you say? It's all Basalite brick?
At least from the early 70s. Yeah, we've had concrete manufacturing and brick sales here for the last 50 years or so.
So you said concrete manufacturing. What do you make here in Nevada that Nevada homeowners and contractors are using?
Yeah, we're the only concrete products manufacturer in Northern Nevada. So if you want to buy a Nevada-made Northern Nevada-made concrete products, so concrete pavers, concrete block, things of that sort. We're the only ones to do it out of our Carson City plant.
That's fantastic. And quite honestly, you guys are so amazing. I remember as a single woman, I had my own home and I wanted pavers, had no idea what to do. And I came here and you guys held my hand. And that really and truly is what you can do here. You said that some people have been working here dozens, decades.
Yeah, we have, by far, we have the most experienced staff here in Northern Nevada at this showroom here at Sparks, at 355 Greg and Sparks. And we have probably close to 500 years of experience in our halls and in our yards.
That's so neat. So someone like me can come in and say, I have no idea what to do. And this is kind of what the house looks like. This is kind of what our idea is. And you don't have designers, but you have experts on the hardscape that people can use. Essentially, you said, if it's not growing.
Yeah, we're hardscape specific. So if it's not living, we can advise on it. We have product experts that have literally 40 plus years of experience throughout the building. And if you have an idea, a concept, come in. If you need help with material selection, function, installation, any of those things, you don't even have to buy it here. Come in, tell us what you're doing. Even if it's not our product, we're still going to help you out. And we'll give you ideas about the form and functions of things. From a design standpoint, that's better with your contractor or your hardscape designer after that.
What's also super cool, James, is that you said wherever anybody lives, you probably know what hardscape is on their property or on their home, whether it be a home from the 1970s or if it be a home that was constructed just last year.
Yeah, some of us been here a long time. We call them the gray hairs. Yeah, we've got people that have been in this building for, again, 40 plus years. So if it's something that's been built even prior to that, we'll know who installed it, when they installed it, what it's about. That might not be available, which happens a lot, but because of our experience, because of how long we've been here, and because of our product knowledge, we're likely to be able to get you the best replacement for that. If you're doing an addition, if you have something that you need a repair on, or if you just want to build new and you have this house around the corner that has these materials on it that you don't know about, come in here, we're happy to help you. And then again, from there, we go through distribution. Even if it's another product, we're just happy to service somebody, and we know that you'll be back the next time you do a project.
And let's talk about the manufacturing too. I find it so super cool that, yes, people can come into Basalite concrete and get this information from you. Mm-hmm. but your products are also in just about every single store in town.
Yeah, we're a little unique that way. Almost all manufacturers only go through distribution. So normally we would have you go out to a dealer, a box store. We have hundreds of dealers throughout Northern Nevada, Northern California, where you can buy our products. We're unique in that you can come here and get that advice. You can buy from us if you choose to, but we really encourage you to go out and find someone locally that from a logistics standpoint or just a product combination standpoint, we have that ability. So I don't want to name them because I'll leave people out, but there's wonderful, really well informed dealers out there with our products.
So your products are on the university campus. Your products are on just about every neighborhood in town. Your products are in the big box and local hardware stores, and construction companies are using you. How many employees do you have here in the state?
We're only here in Northern Nevada. We're not in Southern Nevada. We have less than 100 employees. It fluctuates, so there's not that many of us. But yeah, if you've gone to school here, so your elementary schools, your junior high schools, your fire stations, right? Most of your malls, your house probably has Basalite concrete products on it.
This is so cool. So where can people come to see this showroom, get some advice, get some knowledge?
All right, 355 Greg Street in Sparks, Nevada. The phone number 775-358-1200. Everybody here, we're here to help you.
Appreciate you.
All right, nice talking to you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Amy DeWitt Smith here from Neighbor Network of Northern Nevada, also sometimes known as N4. But Amy, you're the founder and executive director. And for folks who don't know much about Neighbor Network of Northern Nevada, please tell us what your mission is.
Sure, yeah, the Neighbor Network of Northern Nevada is all about creating a village within our community. So really kind of getting back to those roots of like knowing your neighbors, knowing how to find information and resources that will help you, and also really kind of connecting with community organizations in a kind of partnering way and really collaborative way. So building that village. And yeah, we've been around for 10 years now. We just recently celebrated our 10-year anniversary, serving 12 counties in Northern Nevada. So really grown like crazy. We've got about 90 employees and contractors now doing this work, and it's just been super exciting. We really all are about like in-home care services, transportation, connecting people just with each other.
In that vein, talk to me about your programs, because you've got some phenomenal programs out there like N4 Connect or Time Exchange. So let's go through your primary programs.
Yeah, for sure. So, kind of our biggest program is our community care program, where we provide free in-home care services. We are launching a new private pay respite care option, only because there's so many people on wait lists and are needing services, and federal funding has kind of shifted a little bit recently. So we're really looking at other options to get people care in the home, give those family caregivers a break. We have N4 Connect, which is our partnership with Lyft. So we provide a 50% discount on Lyft vouchers for people with disabilities 18 and up and elders who are 60 and up. We have our Volunteer Village program, where we connect with community volunteers, and then our Time Exchange, which is the program that kind of started it all, and that's open to anyone. And in the Time Exchange, a person can earn time credits doing something for someone else, and then use those time credits to get something they need. So I might walk your dog for 2 hours a week, and then bank that time and have somebody else teach me how to speak Spanish or give me a ride to the store.
That is fantastic. And in our pre-interview, I love it when you said it's neighbor helping neighbor the way it should be.
Yes.
And we're both moms, we're both wanting our children to have grace and give to others. I mean, is that kind of where this birth idea came from for N4?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I had studied this whole kind of village concept for years and wanted something to be more inclusive. So not just for older adults, but really anybody in the community. And Time Exchange, or time banking as it's sometimes called, actually originated in the UK as a babysitting exchange. And so it was all about kind of just, families helping one another. But it can be anything from helping somebody rake leaves, or cooking a meal for someone, or providing some care and support, or tutoring, fixing a computer. Really, the sky's the limit. And it's nice. It's like bartering, but it's based on equality, and my time is just as valuable as your time.
And I love this too, because your volunteers can be children or teens trying to help and get out in the community. So what is your age range, or what is your age limit for volunteers? And then if students are looking for some sort of volunteer activity, how do they get involved?
Sure. So, as long as a parent or guardian, provides some consent and signs that application, we definitely welcome students. So there really isn't an age limit. I mean, if a child is a little bit younger, it might be helpful to have parent with them, providing that support. But if they want to go to our website, neighbornv.org, we have an interest form on each one of our website or web pages there, and somebody will get in contact with them and help provide some more information on what they can do.
And also for the sandwich generation out there. So we have kids, but we're also taking care of our parents, or providing our parents some support. To walk through that process as well, because you really are here for people who feel overextended.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. There are so many wait lists for things like in-home care services right now. And so the time exchange is a really great way. It's no cost to get that support you need, and you can earn those time credits by doing things you're able to do. So something that might not be, super stressful or taxing for that family caregiver to provide to a community member, and then they can use their time credits to get a break, or have somebody come help them with something that they just really can't handle.
Let's get into the numbers, because you provided us some amazing numbers for 2024. Service hours provided for community care, 60,000 hours.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Lift vouchers provided through N4 Connect, and you said so that's for seniors as well as people with different abilities in town.
Correct. Yep.
So 1725
Yep.
individual Nevadans served. This I love. 1,225 individual Nevadans. Northern Nevada areas served in miles, 800. So what are your boundaries?
So it's the 12 counties in the northern part of the state. So if you kind of just make a rectangle at the top of the state, that's our service area.
Okay, and you have 144 employees?
Yes.
That is, or staff members, that is fantastic. Amy, thank you so much for being here with us today. If people want to learn more about Neighbor Network Northern Nevada, where do they go?
Definitely check out our website, neighbornv.org, or they can give us a call, 775-453-4774.
Amy, thank you.
Thank
you
you.
are watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and we are obviously talking Halloween this afternoon. I'm so excited to have Ashley Morales, Education Coordinator, and Jenna Peterson, Naturalist with the Great Basin Institute. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So the Great Basin Institute, what is that?
We're a local nonprofit field studies organization, and we're focused on conservation and environmental efforts.
For kids?
Yes, well, for everybody.
Fantastic.
Yes, and we host environmental programs at Galena Creek Recreation Area.
So that's where you're housed, is at the Galena Creek Visitor Center?
Yes, correct.
Wonderful. And later this month, you guys have 2 family-friendly events. Jenna, why don't you tell me about what's coming up?
Yeah, so on October 31st, Halloween, and also Nevada Day, we're hosting our family pumpkin bash from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be lots of vendors, arts and crafts, pumpkin carving, face painting, and the opportunity to win some really cool raffle prizes. The following day is Sunsets and Spirits. That's from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that's a little more nighttime activity oriented for the parents. You can still bring your kiddos, but there will be alcoholic beverages available.
Okay, and then is there an admission to get into these events?
The event is free to attend, free parking, don't have to buy anything.
Wow, you got me with that F word. That's fantastic. Free, okay. Now, the Great Basin Institute has thrown this event for what, 4 years now?
4 years, that's correct.
And turnout is just fantastic?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we welcome everyone in our community.
You know, I have to tell you, I was telling them before we sat down here, My kids and I just recently have fallen in love with Galena Creek Park. We go fishing at Maryland's pond. Well, they throw their lures in the pond. We haven't caught anything yet. But anyway, you guys do many camps for children as well, right? Go into some of your programming.
Yeah, so we host seasonal exploration camps. We have spring, summer, and fall camp or winter camp. And we also host field trips and community events.
And where can people sign up or learn more about these events?
You can visit us at galenacreek.org for all relevant and up-to-date information.
So what is it about these events as a naturalist, Jenna, that really speaks to the youth and gets them wanting to preserve Mother Nature?
Well, I always say that kids and sticks are tight. They love to just be outside. It's their natural environment. As soon as they're unplugged, kids can do really creative and amazing things. I'm constantly learning from them as well, just by watching how they can be resilient and how they can really take in that information and hold it with them.
And what is it about Galena Creek Park and being in the forest there that is just so awe-inspiring for these kids?
I think it's the fresh air. I think it's the fresh air and knowing how old the trees are and just how big their world could be.
And you're a volunteer. This is a volunteer role.
I am a volunteer.
Why do you spend your time doing this?
I do just really like the kids. I like hanging out with them. I think it's a very uplifting and just positive environment, high energy, and just being outside is what I love to do as well.
And Ashley, you said that your programming isn't just for kids. Obviously, that's where I have focused. But you also have programming and are working to get adults more inspired about Mother Nature.
Yeah, that's correct. We have a lot of partnerships with Washoe County Parks and Recreation, as well as the Lahontan Audubon Society, and they do host a lot of adult programming in our visitor center, bird talks and things like that.
That sounds so cool. Well, thank you both for joining us this afternoon. Remind everybody, the events, there's two, the 31st and the 1st.
Halloween and the next day.
Yes.
Perfect. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. Each day here at 2+U Nevada, we are hoping for you to participate in our show. That's the Plus You part. On Tuesdays, we have Tried It Tuesdays. So if you tried a recipe that you found on Pinterest, a DIY from TikTok, or if you try something that we highlight here on the show, send us your tries. And with today being National Taco Day, we have the best try for you from Zach. He tried Mexican slow cooker carnitas from the website Recipe Tin Eats. Here's his Tried It Tuesday.
All right, so we got most of our ingredients laid out here. We're going to get them ready. 1 onion chopped, garlic minced, 1 jalapeno chopped. And then we're going to take our pork shoulder or pork butt and rub it down with salt and pepper. Get that salt and pepper all over there. And then we're going to take the cumin, oregano, some olive oil, and mix all of that together and make a nice little rub. Now here's where I messed up a little bit. I probably should have split this rub in half and put some on the top and then some on the bottom, but I kind of mostly got on the top. But it's okay, it turned out all right. Then we're going to put that in the slow cooker with our onion, jalapeno, some garlic, the orange juice, or the juice of 2 oranges. Now here's where I messed up. I kind of left the oranges in there, as you're going to see. I think it was a little too orangey in the end, but that's all right. So after 10 hours on the slow cooker, this thing is ready. Super tender, super easy to pull. Now I tried 2 methods here to crisp it up. One I put in the oven with the broiler. I like that method. It was super quick, super easy, but the pork got a little bit dried out, so I maybe throw in a little bit more of the juices on the pan when I do that next time. But the way the recipe recommends, put it in a cast iron skillet. It gets super crispy. I think I even I crowded the pan a little bit too much, so there was a little bit too much juice. Didn't quite get as crispy as I would like it, but still turned out really, really good. So slow cooker, overnight carnitas, delicious for tacos or anything else you want.
Fantastic looking dinner. Thank you so much, Zach, for that Tried It Tuesday. And remember, send your tries into us at 2plusunevada@ktvn.com. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you every Wednesday at 3 for 2 Plus U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.